Hey, good morning. Welcome back to our channel. I'm Tim. This is mainly hybrid homesteading. We got some good stuff going on today. We got a beautiful sunny Saturday morning here. It's supposed to be up near 60 today. I'm still a little dressed because got down to 30 degrees last night. So it got pretty chilly, but it's warming up pretty quick. And today we're going to be taking down some more trees. Got a lot of pine that's standing over here that we're going to be doing, and I got one big red oak next to the house, pretty close to the house, which I'm a little nervous about taking down, to be honest with you. I have some help coming today. My son-in-law is going to be here to give me a hand. We're going to take down hopefully maybe 10 or so trees, but for today I'll show you what I got to take down today here. Be able to see that big oak with the big canopy right here. That one right there. That's a big red oak, and you may not be able to tell from the video, but it's pretty close to the house. I'm actually we're going to actually tie this one off just to make sure. Hopefully it goes in the right direction. I got to lay it down obviously over in that direction over there. I don't want it to obviously come back and crush our home, and hopefully we'll be able to take care of that and do it right. So we're going to be taking down this big red oak today. I'm going to be, my hope is that I can use some of this red oak for a beam that I need to cut for a project I'm working on. But after that, we've got some more trees over here. I hope to be taking down some of these today, some pines and some what they call here, like this one over here. If we can get to it here, somewhere over here, they are beech nut trees. These are some beech nut trees we have on the property, and generally speaking, I'm not opposed to beech nut trees, but they do make a big mess with the leaves, and they also block a lot of the sun. And in the morning here, early in the morning, it's about going on 9 o'clock, and the sun will cross the sky over here and come down somewhere over on this side. And in the morning time, you can see there's some shade on the ground here covering our garden. So we really want to try and get some more sunlight in here. Obviously it's early spring here, so there's not even any leaves on the trees yet, and we're still getting some good shade here. But our goal today is to try and get some of these out of the way so that we can A, get some more sun through here, and B, have some more lumber building to add to our log yard. So if you've been following the channel, you know that we cleared out this whole back area back here last fall. My son-in-law Brandon and I cut down a whole mess of trees back here, and that allowed me to be able to get that all cleared out. So that makes this possible this morning. My hope is that we're going to be able to lay these down over here. Now, a lot of people have watched people take down trees, and a lot of people are good enough that they can cut them and get them to go right where they want. I'm okay at doing that, but I like to take an extra step of precaution and tie the trees off. So that's what we're going to be doing today. I'm going to be tying the trees, especially this one here. I want to tie this one off, and we actually might even do it in tie it off in two places to try and make sure she goes in the right direction. I'll discuss that with Brandon once he gets here, but really like to take this one down. For one, being close to the house, it has some branches up top here that I can tell they're starting to die. I don't know if you can spot it here, but there's one right here that's a dead branch, and we get some good wind gusts here, and it's just going to take one branch to come down and go through that roof of that trailer like it was tinfoil. So we don't need that, especially being that our bedroom's down at this end of the trailer, and you know, at the middle of the night when the wind starts howling and wakes me up, I get a little nervous thinking about what could potentially be a bad situation. So not only that, but the leaves, the nuts, and the seeds, obviously, hit the ground and make a mess all over the place. So we got plenty of other trees here. You can see maybe you can see the maples are really coming out nice and blooming really well. The oak's not so much, but so that's our goal for today. We're going to be cutting some wood. It got a nice, fairly calm day, not too windy at all. It's supposed to be variable light winds, so that'll work to our favor. All in all, it looks like a perfect day for taking down some trees. So thanks for joining us, and hope you enjoy the video. And I'll probably be getting video from various phones today. I got my as I said, my son-in-law, my daughter, and Brenda will be here. She'll be taking some video too, so I may not be chiming in a lot, once in a while here, just to let you know what we're doing and how we're progressing. But other than that, we're just going to try and knock down as many of these trees as we can. So thanks for joining us, and hope you enjoy the video. Got everything ready to go yesterday. Got the saws all tuned up, oiled, fueled. Got all my gear ready. I am ready to go. Thought I'd just take a second here to go over some of the gear I got to work today. I got this Echo. It's a CS310. I primarily bought this little one for just for doing the limbing and little jobs, branches and whatnot. Nice light little saw. Works really well. I bought it brand new about a year ago, almost, I guess. And so far I'm liking it quite a bit. Actually, the store I used to work at sold them. We sold quite a few. They make a nice product. They have a nice line of products. I enjoy them. I'm not sponsored by any of these products, just so you know. I'm just showing you what I got going on here. This Husqvarna right here is actually a pretty old saw. It says right here it's a 300th anniversary, 1989, and that's a 268 Husqvarna. I think I got the 18-inch bar on here, and I bought this back in the early 90s for when we were burning wood all the time. I was going through about 7 cord a year, and I'd have it delivered by what they call grapple load or truckload, and I'd have to cut it all up, split it, stack it, and did all that whole thing. And it's just an awesome saw. It's never given me one bit of problem. I did have the chain brake did need to be replaced recently. Yeah, that was just a failure of some piece inside. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but like I said, this is a Husqvarna 268. It's a work saw. It's really fun. I really enjoy running it. It's a little on the heavy side, especially as I get older. I'm finding it a little heavy, but it's still a good workout, and I don't mind using it one bit. Bought this nice Husqvarna helmet that I'm really liking for protection. I got chaps my brother gave me. He works for a power company, and he had these extra chaps. I guess he upgraded, so he gave me these. Got my wedges down here and some gas and some oil. Over here I've also got some rope. This is what I'm going to be using. This also came from my brother, who is much more proficient than I am at taking down trees, and he showed me how to use this. This is actually a rope winch. I'll leave a link to the rope winch and the helmet I believe I got from Amazon, and I bought this from Tree Stuff. I'll leave a link to Tree Stuff. I don't get anything I'm not sponsored or any associates with them, but this rope winch really works well. I like it. I did buy all this rope also from Tree Stuff, so I got all this stuff. The other thing my brother gave me was this here. Now this is, I'm not sure what the name of it is, but basically this is what we're going to use to get the rope up into the tree and tie it off. So this is all the gear. I'll show you how it all works in a little bit here. I'm just waiting for my son-in-law to show up, but in the meantime I'm going to go start getting set up, and maybe I'll get the first rope tied up, or he should be here any minute, so we'll decide what the best approach will be for taking down that big oak. Alright, let's get going. Away we go. Let's give you some idea of how close this oak tree is. I'm guessing probably, I don't know, maybe 40 feet away. It's a good size oak. I haven't measured it, but it's, I'm guessing, maybe 18-20 inches in diameter here at the base. It's got a little bit of curve right here, but from here on up, I'm hoping I can get a nice straight beam out of it. It's a pretty big tree, and you can definitely see some of the dead branches up here that made me a little nervous. If a good gust of wind came along, and it could easily come down on top of this roof right here, and well, we all know trailers are not the most structurally sound. There's a couple of dead branches over here. So other than that, I don't really like it when this thing has the nuts that come off in the fall. Just bury the ground here, and the leaves get all over the place. It's just nothing that needs to be so close to the house. You can see some other trees I've taken down here in the past. There's a pine that's still laying on the ground, another red oak. Now this red oak that I took down a couple years ago did not go as planned, and that's what makes me nervous. You can see where it's lying here, and it's fairly close to the house. It actually landed closer up here on the hill. Initially the hot tub wasn't here, but this tree, when it came down, what happened was it looked fine on the outside, and I made my initial wedge cut right over here, hoping to lay it down in this direction over here. So once I started doing my back cut, I hit this rotted spot right here. Well, once it hit this rotted spot, you can see where my cut is. That tree had nothing left to support it, and it went down in this direction here. I actually had a couple branches hit the roof. Didn't do any real damage. Could have been a lot worse, but I'm grateful that it didn't. So I didn't tie this one off. Actually, I did tie this one off. This one was tied off over to a tree over here, and I realized my mistake afterwards. The distance from here to here was actually about the same distance as it is to over here. So once it started to go, there was nothing from stopping it from going in this direction instead of over here where I wanted it to go. This one here, I want to go in that direction over there. I did do, you can see there's a pile of brush here. We started doing some clearing probably about a year ago in preparation for taking this tree down. I got to do a little bit more clearing up here because the canopy on this tree is so huge. I really don't want it to get hung up. I probably will anyway, but I'm going to do my best to make sure it doesn't, because if it does get hung up, it could be a chore to get it down the rest of the way. But I'm going to start clearing out some of those trees over in this area here and hopefully give it a landing area. I know it's going to take me all the way back there, but we got to take this tree out of the way. And you can see it's a fairly good sized tree. It's a lot of wood in there, but with any luck we'll have it go in the right direction today. And not too much more over here I need to be clearing out. There's some other nice pines that we may get to eventually down the road, but for now we've got plenty. And like I said, our goal today is going to be after this red oak, because we're going to take down some of these bigger pines and over this area and the beech nut trees, which obviously is not as hard to do, only because there's nothing in the area here really to damage anything if they don't go in the right direction. So always trying to think of safety and make sure that I don't damage or hurt myself or damage anything, obviously. So, well, I'm gonna get set up here. I'm waiting for my son-in-law to show up, which should be any minute, my daughter, and they're traveling from a couple hours away, so it's understandable that Saturday morning like this, but he really enjoys cutting trees and using his chainsaw, so I really appreciate having the extra help. And although I'm confident enough to do it myself, I always think it's a better idea to have somebody here just in case something goes wrong. Obviously Brenda's here in the trailer, but when I'm doing this much, when I'm taking down these many trees, I prefer to have somebody with me that take a second look, have a second set of eyes. Always a good idea to make sure that I'm not missing something, and something like this doesn't go wrong. It can happen, so it's that was a wake-up call. I'll definitely be doing everything today. Like I said, we got calm. It's pretty calm. I don't feel any wind so far, so hopefully it stays that way. But we got a beautiful day. Take down some trees. All right, we're just clearing out a few more trees over here. We're gonna try and get that oak to go down over here. I'm gonna tie it off, but I'm also gonna be using a little leverage, I guess you'd say, to push from the top. So I think between the tying it down and pushing it a little bit from the top, we'll be all right to get it in the direction we want. Ooh, fell down here in a little ditch. So I'm gonna set up the camera and you're gonna watch me. I'm gonna get the rope up here. All right, here we go. I trade my ball cap for a real cat. All right, so I was able to get the rope up around the branch, and now we're just gonna go tie it off. All right, I'm gonna show you guys what we're doing here. So I was able to get the rope up to that second branch up there. You might be able to see it up here. Got it tied off right there. I use this pole right here to do that, and this thing works great. I've used it many times to take down pretty much all my trees. We've got a pretty good path cleared out through here, and you can see Brandon's back there. He's going to tie it off somewhere back there. So a little added insurance protection, I guess you'd say. But then I'm going to also use this. I've got the grapple on here, and on the Mahindra 2638, I'm going to lift this up the tree, put some pressure up there and try to use as much persuasion as I can to get the tree to go down in that direction. You can see it's got a really big canopy, as I mentioned earlier, so it's going to be a mess coming down, but I prefer to, there's really no other good place to do it. You might think over here is a good place, but the canopy's so big that I think even if I tried to lay it down over here, the canopy has probably come real close to the hot tub and a little closer than I want it to be and a little more risky than I want to take, a little more risk than I want to take. So this doesn't look like the opportune place to take it down, but this is the best place I can find. We've already cleared out quite a bit here to try and give it a place to go down. And it may get hung up on something, but I can always, at that point, maybe grab onto the base of it and pull it back if I need to with the tractor. So I get the camera set up here, finish tying this up, get some pressure on it, get the tractor and the saw fired up, warmed up, and it should be exciting. Take down this tree. Been looking forward to doing this for a while now. Like I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of dead branches up there, and where it's over the trailer, I really was uncomfortable with having it so close. So it'd be nice to take this one down. Maybe you'll see we got some tension on the rope here. We got it tied back over here. I don't know if you can see the rope, but we'll get it tied back over here. So we got quite a bit of pressure on that from the top here, and even if it started to go in the wrong direction, it would take it more probably in this direction here than back this way, hopefully. But we'll get the tractor put in there for a little added pressure. Hopefully get it going the right direction here. All right, just for a little added precaution, I asked everybody to get out of the trailer just in case something goes wrong. We're gonna get everybody out and watching what's going on. So
Excellent. Not on the house. Woohoo!
that went pretty well, pretty much as planned. I'll take you over here and show you what we did here. Like I said, pretty much as planned. I had the pressure from the tractor, and we had it tied off in that tree back over there. You can see this had a little bit of rot in the middle of it, which is what I was worried about. That's a good sized tree. That's wow, it's almost 2 feet at its widest there. That's a pretty big stump. There's my foot. So yeah, it's a good sized tree. This one over here had the same issue. It was rotted in the middle, and when I started cutting through it, it took off and went in the wrong direction, as I said earlier, and got a little too close to the house, and it made me really nervous. So this one here went pretty well. I ended up breaking a few branches up here on this as it came down, which is no problem. That's another red oak, and I can take that one down. We'll take that one down eventually, and probably this other red one over here too. Leaning pretty good that way, but they're nowhere as big as this one here, so I'm not too worried about getting it down. I can tie it off, but for right now we're done over here. We're going to collect all our stuff and head over here. Oh, feels good to have that tree down. I've been thinking about it for a while. Now we move on to some other trees. Still got a nice day, calm wind, so we got good conditions for taking down trees. We're going to do as much as we can. There's a beech nut we're taking down. Beautiful. There's another one over here, another one there, another one there, another one there. So there's got a few beech nuts to take down here, and then we'll start taking down some of these pines. Start working away this way. There's a beech nut here, beech nut here, beech nut there, beech nut there. Yeah, making progress. Battery died, so I don't know how much of that I got, but basically we cut down all the beech trees and the little ones. Now we're going to be going after some of these bigger pines in here that are left standing, and there's another big one over here I'm hoping to get. We'll see about that one. I'm not sure. There's a maple tree in here somewhere. I'd like to leave it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to or not. So we're going to grab some lunch, and then once we're refueled, we'll come back out and finish up. I like the progress already. I can tell the sunlight's going to get down through here real good, and goal is to get to the garden, so looks good. Lunchtime. All right, had a little lunch, refueled. My hair is nice and messy, and we're ready to get back to cutting. Now we're going to be doing the big pines. Brandon's already over there. So basically we've got these big pines left to go. Probably about a half dozen of them. We'll see what we can get done. But I'd like to clear out this canopy a little bit up here. And big one right there. But there'll be some good lumber. I'm going to set the camera up and we're going to keep cutting. Hope you guys are enjoying it. See if we can get the rest of these down without damaging anything or anyone. Brandon taking down another pine. Did a good job on that last one. I did pretty much where we were wanting to put it, so can't ask for more than that. A couple more to go here. Oh, more than a couple. 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. See how good he is at putting this one where we want it. All right, so now we got one more pine to do, that one right here. We've got all the other ones knocked down, nice and opened up. Lots of great lumber in there too, lots of good pine. But I'm keeping the maples. I'm gonna tap those next year. There's a maple, a couple of them right there, but got a pine right here, and that'll be the last one for today. Should be. We're just gonna get going on that one. That one's got a good lean over to the right, this way. We need to come down this way. I'm gonna tie it off, give it a little persuasion. All right, we got it tied up. We got Brandon over on this end, in the woods over here cranking. You can see him over there. There he is. Got the rope winch. We'll see if we can pull this thing over. It's got a pretty good lean over to the right, so we wedged it pretty hard, but it just didn't want to come this way, so. We're gonna keep cranking on it until she comes down. We don't have any choice now.
Woohoo!
Hey, I did it. He's down. There it is. Look how nice and opened up this is now. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Excellent, good job. Look at the lumber we're gonna get out of that too. Oh yeah, lots of cleanup. That's to be expected. Oh, this is gonna be great. That's great. Nice job, Brandon. That worked beautifully. Let's go see how much this had a hinge left to it. Look at the size of that nice pine. Holy mackerel. Yeah, there was nothing left. Wow. That's a big tree. Look at that. Oh, one small step for man. Yeah, we would have never pushed that over. That was right up against that, right up in there, right up in here. So that wedge there. Yeah, there was way too much lean to that. That worked beautifully. There's way too much lean, but you can see there's almost nothing left there. That's how much it was cut. Wow. Yeah. That was the way to do it. Well, that's going to be some nice timber right there, some nice lumber. This one came down a couple of years ago, so I don't know how much of this we're going to... Should still be some good lumber in there. All right. Well. Boy. What a great day. Took down some nice big trees. Started with that big red oak, ended with this big pine. It's going to be nice. Got a lot of cleanup to do, but that's all right. Hey, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Give us a thumbs up. If you do have any comments, questions, please leave them down below. and we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for joining us. Bye.